I love this question. And I really struggled as I came back into working for myself. There was a period of time where I ran a boutique brand agency with two others. And I loved that time of my career because it was built in sounding board every day, and our creativity was always flowing and we had that opportunity to reflect things, bounce things off of one another. And we brought our own unique expressions into that space. And so when I came back into being in business for myself, I had that moment of like, ooh, it can be isolating. I want to create something that feels connective, that maybe on the outside, it doesn't look like I am still a business owner of one. I don't have a team of people that I'm paying to support me. But in fact, it feels even more expansive to have found beautiful soul friends like you along the way. And how did I recognize that that was a match? It really was like a frequency feeling. There was built-in trust that happened along the way. Like, it didn't happen overnight. We had several exchanges. We had started working with each other in different capacities. It sort of like evolved over time. But there was like a shared value system. I like the language we were speaking was very resonant with one another. There were topics that we'd float back and forth to one another before we were even really consciously creating a container for, hey, I've got this idea. Can I run it by you as it relates to my business? Right. So there was a level of support that we were sharing with one another beyond the lens of business. I think it expanded into different pieces of our life pie as well, right? To be able to share space for one another as we're moving through something else, maybe a transition in our lives versus but it's all connected, right? Like the way we show up in our life is the way we show up in our business. And all of that should be taken into consideration too. But in terms of creating sort of like, it's like almost like the secret boardroom, really. It's like starting to pay attention to conversations you're having with people, or that kind of vibrational connection you have with others who are in your circle or cross your path, that have shared belief systems, though unique experiences in life that can add different perspectives, because that's really valuable too, right? I like to say like-hearted versus like-minded per se. Mm-hmm. So we have different points of view on things, but can deliver that kind of feedback in a loving manner. I think it's a long way around it, but it's a feeling. It's like just being attuned again with oneself, what your own values are, how you're moving through the world, and like what would be beneficial or what am I craving? And then having the courage to kind of like put it out there. I'm thinking about years ago, before I was in the container of running a boutique branding agency, I was in business for myself to start. And a friend who, a really new friend on my path, reached out via email, and she's like, hey, I got a great energy from you when we met at a conference a couple weeks back. Would you be willing to have coffee and then consider being like my accountability partner for the next several months? We did that for well over a year. We met every Friday for coffee and we went over like our business goals. And that was such an integral person on my path to support my business growth and my self-development at the time, because there was this shared like experience of running a business, and we were very new on our paths of running businesses on our own. So we were like learning things alongside one another, and we were sharing resources in that way. So I think there has to be sort of a shared, place and time in which you are too, that's like supportive of your growth and building that path of connection, so it feels less lonely.
Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell to be updated on new videos.
Click the video on screen to watch more episodes.